tonight. The father and stepmother of 7-year-old Tiana Russell, who died suddenly on Monday, June 28, were yesterday offered bail in the LINSTEAD Resident Magistrates Court. The recipient of a house being built by opposition leader Mark Golding that was placed under a stop order by the Westmoreland Municipal Corporation comments on the matter.
It was investigated by the building officer and he served a stop order on it.
I hope the people who's in charge of Parish County will just have mercy.
Still tonight, Councillor for the Little London Division, Ian Myles, responds to allegations made by local government minister DESMOND McKenzie.
Your statements were baseless and erroneous, and I'm saying to you, as it is now, you're going to retract every single statement you made in accordance with that.
And the MILLENIUM Mall in Mineral Heights, Clarendon was opened yesterday.
What you have started here, Sagicor, and what you are intending to continue is exactly aligned with the positive goals of your government.
It's going to be fantastic. It's going to create employment, development, investment, and we're going to do more and more as time goes on.
Good evening. Jamaica has recorded 41 new cases of COVID-19 and 7 additional deaths from the virus in the last 24 hours. According to the Ministry of Health and Wellness, the latest fatalities are 2 females from the parishes of Manchester and Westmoreland and 5 males from St. James, St. Catherine and Manchester. This pushes the country's death toll to 1,108. The total of confirmed coronavirus cases on the island since the outbreak is now 50,497. Meanwhile, the new cases consist of 28 females and 13 males, ranging in age from 1 to 83 years. The new cases were recorded as follows. St. Anne recorded 14 cases. Kingston and St. Andrew recorded 10 cases. St. James recorded 6 cases. St. Catherine recorded 3 cases. Manchester, Portland, and St. Elizabeth recorded 2 cases each. Clarendon and Westmoreland recorded 1 case each. Meanwhile, a total of 1,013 persons have recovered from the virus in the last 24 hours, taking the total of recoveries now to 35,777. There are 13,253 active cases of the virus on the island. In other news tonight, speaking at the reopening of the Chukka Good Hope attraction in Trelawney recently, Minister of Tourism Edmund Bartlett stated that the recovery of the tourism sector is taking place faster than anticipated, with arrivals for the year now projected at 1.8 million visitors. He credited the strong performance to Jamaica's management of the pandemic and noted that the quality of the product was maintained. Minister Bartlett said over the last 3 months, weekend arrivals have been significant, averaging 15,000 visitors, and with new flights coming into the island, the numbers are poised to further increase, as well as jobs and revenue flow. The tourism minister said, quote, "We're excited at the prospect, therefore, of continued growth, and I reiterate that the continued development of the industry, the growth of our economy, and the resumption of jobs is a function of the responsibility of all of us." End quote. He further encouraged Jamaicans to continue to observe protocols and uphold the principles of good management of the entire area, including the resilient corridors, which he says has proven to be one of the most powerful marketing tools for Jamaica. As we continue with the news tonight, Prime Minister Andrew Holness has been appointed to the Privy Council. In a press release earlier today, the Office of the Governor-General announced that, quote, Her Majesty the Queen has been graciously pleased to approve that the Most Honourable Andrew Holness, ON, PC, MP, Prime Minister of Jamaica, be appointed a member of Her Majesty's Most Honourable Privy Council, end quote. Now the release further stated that the accepted form of address of the Prime Minister as of today shall be as follows. The Most Honourable Andrew Holness, ON, PC, MP, Prime Minister. In other news tonight, following the matter of a stop order being placed on the construction of a house in Petersfield, Westmoreland, under the PNP's O.T. Fairclough Trust Fund, the recipient has commented on the matter. Here is Colleen May with more on this story.
A one-bedroom concrete structure was being gifted to PNP activist Davian Hopwood. However, the Westmoreland Municipal Corporation has placed a stop order on its construction because there was no building plan. In speaking with Mello TV on Wednesday, Ms. Hopwood said she was elated when she heard that the opposition leader Mark Golding was going to assist her to build a house.
Well, I'm glad because I needed it. I really need it. And when they came here and told me that he's going to do it, I walked and I told everybody around my area here that Mr. Golden is come here to build me the house, to finish build it for me. I was excited knowing that I was going to get it. Now I'm not feeling too happy because I know there's no house and I have the cement here that they gave me. They're getting hard. I don't know what's going on next.
Ms. Hopwood further stated that she hopes the Westmoreland Municipal Corporation allows the opposition leader to build the house because she needs it.
Right now, Woodman and come and say them ready to build the house. Really would appreciate it. I hope the people who's in charge of the parish council will just have mercy and let the man go ahead and build the house for me because I need it.
Our news team also spoke with the chairman of the Westmoreland Municipal Corporation, Bertil Moore, about the matter. He stated that the plan for building the house should be approved at the corporation's next planning meeting.
It was brought to the council's attention by Councillor Danette Foster that the leader of the opposition is building a house for someone without a plan, and asked for an investigation and a report to come back to council meeting. It was investigated by the building officer and he served a stop order on it. Now, when a stop order is placed, it's one of two things. You stop, and it also, and the stop order, give you a period of time to take your planning. So as I said, the stop order was served. The plans, as far as I know, are now drawn and completed printing, and it's being prepared to come to the corporation for approval. So when I would say by the next council meeting, the next planning meeting, they should be approved.
Reporting for Mello TV News, I'm Colleen May.
Still making the news tonight, following a radio interview with a councillor for the Little London Division, Ian Myles, and the local government and rural development minister, Desmond McKenzie, Councillor Myles has responded to allegations that were made during the interview regarding funds to prepare for the hurricane season. In speaking with our news team yesterday, Councillor Myles noted that the division has not received any special drain cleaning money for the last 2 years.
Last night, myself and the minister was on a radio program. I didn't get a chance to listen because where I was called. I did my interview. I exited the platform. I heard a voice clipping this morning where the minister accused me of being a liar and a mischief maker. Well, let's set the record straight. Minister, I don't know who is advising you because obviously you don't know what is happening within your ministry. And I have said it last night. We have not gotten any special drain cleaning money for the last 2 years at the Westmoreland Municipal Corporation. And I stand by that. The mayor has verified that. Yes, I was asked about the readiness of my division in terms of being in the hurricane season and the heightened hurricane season that we are expecting, as was forecast. And the fact that no funding has been forthcoming in terms of that special allocation that we normally get twice per year. Coupled with the fact that this year, the ministers consolidated. And when I say consolidate, let me break it down because obviously someone weren't listening last night. They have pooled the PRF and each councillor is given a road in his or her division. I did not deny that. So the $5.5 million which was spent on my road was as a result of the PRF being pooled. But the fact that it has been dedicated only for road development, it means that us as councillors, we don't have the liberty of spending the money otherwise. So how do we prepare for a hurricane season if you as a minister is not sending special drain cleaning allocation and we can't utilize the PRF to clean drains? Then how are we going to clean drains?
He further stated that the local government minister should retract the allegations that were made.
So for you to say I'm lying without having the facts and the proof, then I will say I know that lie is a part of your day-to-day composition. I know that. I don't go around and speak about persons being lying. You are disingenuous. Your statements were baseless and erroneous. And I'm saying to you, as it is now, you're going to retract every single statement you made in accordance with that. I have already contacted my lawyer, and he will be writing to the minister on this matter. So I say again, Westmoreland Municipal Corporation has not received any special drain cleaning funding for the last 2 years.
Chairman of the Westmoreland Municipal Corporation and Mayor of Savannah Lamar, Bertel Moore, also commented on the matter.
Normally, when we get PRF monthly, we'd also do some drain cleaning out of it. But as I said, since January, it was pooled that each councillor can do a road in their division. Also, yearly, we do receive what is called Special Drain Cleaning Fund. For the past 2 years, we have not received any. But the minister, and this is what always happens also, every June, the PRF is designated for drain cleaning. So each councillor will get their PRF and they will clean drain in their division. June and October, I think, are the 2 months that are designated for drain cleaning in the division. We are in the month of July now, and it was just yesterday that I received the figures for the month of June. So we are about to make up the program now that we can send that in order to get the money for the month of June to do drain cleaning.
Still making Mello TV news tonight, the father and stepmother of 7-year-old Tiana Russell of New Works in LINSTEAD, St. Catherine, who died suddenly on Monday, June 28, were offered bail in the sum of 300,000 Jamaican dollars each when they appeared in the LINSTEAD Resident Magistrates Court yesterday. Reports from the LINSTEAD police coming into our news center tonight are that at approximately 1:30 a.m., Tiana was taken to the hospital by her father, who reported that he heard her struggling to breathe. The child was pronounced dead shortly after. The police were summoned and several marks suggestive of abuse were seen on Tiana's body. The body and her home were processed. Her father, Rohan Russell, and her stepmother, Lorraine Fletcher, were charged later that day with child abuse. As the investigation progresses, the police are awaiting the post-mortem of little Tiana. Russell and Fletcher are scheduled to reappear in court on Wednesday, October 27, 2021. Continuing with the news tonight, Kevon McCallum, a reputed member of the Black Man faction of the Klansman gang who was wanted for murder, was captured by members of the Specialized Operations SO SWAT team in Kingston 8 yesterday. McCallum was featured in 2020 as wanted by the St. Catherine North Police. He was listed for the January 2019 murder of Jason Brown that occurred on Chins Avenue in Spanish Town, St. Catherine. He is also a person of interest in several other incidents of violent crimes in the St. Catherine North Division. McCallum was captured at an apartment complex in Kingston 8 during a mission-driven operation. Assistant Commissioner and head of the Specialized Operations Branch, Warren Clark, said he is satisfied they were able to safely capture McCallum. He also said no weapons were discharged and no one was injured during the operation. Continuing with the news, the St. Andrews Central Police seized 2 firearms on Harriman Close, Jacks Hill in the parish following an operation in the area yesterday. Reports from the Halfway Tree Police coming into our news center tonight are that at approximately 7 a.m., lawmen conducted an operation at the premises and a .38 revolver was seized. Another premises was searched and 1 Stern Ruger rifle was seized, along with a magazine containing 2 rounds of ammunition. No one was arrested in relation to the seizure. Investigations are ongoing. And those are some of the stories making news tonight. We will return with other stories as the MILLENIUM Mall in Mineral Heights, Clarendon was opened yesterday. But first, we'll now go to a break and then join Christopher Scott with the very latest in sports.